Hi, my name is Lauren. Thank you so much for letting me be your yoga teacher for today. This will be about 30 minutes. It may go a little over, but we're just going to kind of work on opening up the body for today. So thank you for joining me. We're going to dive right into it. So let's go ahead and get onto our hands and knees into tabletop. As always, shoulders above the wrists, knees below the hips. Spread the fingers wide. Inhale, lift the sternum, let the belly fall. Push the shoulder blades back. Bring your gaze up to the sky for cow. Exhale, curl the spine, pushing through the hands, bringing the navel in and up for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Continue going. Inhale and exhale. Creating movement and bringing warmth to the spine. Most important part of the body, in my opinion. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to a neutral spine. Let's come down into child's pose. We're not going to stay long, so make sure the hips are in line with the knees. And then you're going to hover and then slide the hands forward, lifting the glutes up to the sky. We're into puppy pose. So push your weight into the hands. Make sure the palms are flat on the ground. Your inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Bring the chin towards the mat, not the nose. Go down as far as you can. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Keep going. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale up and then exhale and come down, and we're going to hold just for a couple of breaths here. Every time you exhale, see if you can dip a little bit further, releasing the tension. Good. Exhale, release down into child's pose. Open up the knees a little bit to allow the belly to come through the rib cage. The head down to the mat if that feels good. If not, you can use a block or a blanket or a pillow to support the head. Deep belly breaths here. So really focus on expanding the diaphragm. Continue to warm up the spine, but also warming up the organs, getting movement, stretching out the sides of the body, lifting the head up. Walk the hands over to the left side, and I want you to reach with the right hand, but pull the left hand back. Shoulders back. We're going to make this into a dynamic movement. So inhale, come to center, palms up, hover. Exhale, reach the left arm out over the right side. Bring the right hand back. Shoulder back as well. Should feel a stretch in the side body. So inhale, come back to center. Exhale, reach the right hand over the left. Support with the left hand. Breathe into the rib cage. One more breath. And let's switch over. A lot of core work here. Also pushing into the ground. Okay, come back up. Over to the left side. In and exhale, reach to the other side. Inhale, exhale to the other side. Come back to center. Let's stretch the arms out, lower the head down, back into child's pose. On your next inhale, come up into table, push the hips up, tuck the toes into downward facing dog. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. So definitely settle in, check in with the body, with the breath. Walk the heels if that feels good to create movement. Bring some warmth to the back sides of the legs, into the glutes. You can even move the shoulders a little bit. You can create a wave. On your next exhale, bend the knees and then look towards the top of the mat and send yourself up there. Walk, step, or hop. Inhale to your half lift. Exhale and fold. Push into the feet. Inhale, rise. Arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring hands down to heart center. Inhale the hands up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back into a high plank. Lower the knees and then keep the elbows in. Slowly lower yourself all the way down. Untuck the toes. Inhale for baby cobra. Don't use the hands. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes. Touch up into table to downward facing dog. Few breaths here. Really working on drawing the shoulder blades back or down the spine. Walk, step, or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale to your half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale and rise, lifting up. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, bring hands down to heart center. Inhale the hands back up. Exhale, fold to your half lift. Step back into your high plank. Lower the knees and lower yourself all the way down. Elbows in. Lift for baby cobra. Lower down, tuck the toes, push up into table to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, walk, step, or hop to the front of the mat, to your half lift, to your fold. Inhale, rise. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale the hands down to heart center. One more time. Inhale the hands up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to your half lift. Exhale, step back into your high plank. Lower the knees and then slowly lower yourself all the way down. Inhale for baby cobra. Lower down, tuck the toes, push up into table, into downward facing dog. Again, a few breaths here. Allowing the breath to settle. Draw those shoulder blades down. Bend the knees. Send yourself to the top of the mat. Inhale to your half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Good. Release the hands to your side into a mountain pose. Find a stability through the feet here. If you lift the toes, feel the four corners of your feet. Brings balance. Then lower the toes down. And then bring the toes together, heels out, just a small V. Inhale the arms up, exhale, bend the knees into your chair pose. Make sure you can see your toes when you're looking down. Holding the pose, continue to breathe. Don't allow any pauses, excuse me. You can also put a block in between the thighs if you're working on inner thigh work. And you squeeze the block. Swing the arms back like airplane. Squeeze like the elbows are being pulled together. Feel the chest opening, the shoulders opening. And on your next inhale, come back into mountain pose. We're going to do a figure four, a standing figure four. I'm going to come and face you, but continue to face forward on your mat. So the right leg is going to stay down. What we're going to do is we're going to make a figure four. So you're going to cross the left ankle above the right knee, figure four. It may look backwards, but it's a four. And then begin to bend the knee. We're coming back into a chair pose with this figure four. So hands at heart center, gently lift the chest, shoulders back, keep going down and hold. Flex the foot for protection of the knee. You can also go farther down onto the one foot, but this is a beginner class, so let's just focus on stability here. And let's stand back into mountain. Feel the difference. It's very subtle sometimes it's not. Move to the other side. So this time the left leg is down, right ankle crosses over left knee. Bending the left knee. Hands at heart center, shoulders back and down. Keep breathing. Good. Slowly begin to stand, release the leg down, back into mountain pose. Excellent. I would like to invite you. To stand towards facing this facing a long end of your mat. There we go. I can say the words, I swear. And open up the feet wide. Make sure they're parallel. So we're in standing wide or standing wide legged. Yeah. So what I want you to do is inhale the arms up. Exhale, release them down halfway, and then begin to hinge from the hips, folding forward. You want to lead with the hips, not the chest or the chin. Legs are straight. And wherever you stop, just stay there and hold. Palms can be facing down if that helps. Bring the navel in and up for support of the lower spine. Legs are strong. Arms are strong. Spine is strong. Everything you have is strong. The only thing you should focus on is breathing. Keep that breath moving. Take one more deep inhale and exhale, release down into your wide forward fold. Whatever that looks like, head hanging down, arms hanging down. You can open up your stance if that helps. Especially if you have longer legs, your stance may be a little bit longer. Deep stretch here. Really dive into the pose. Feel supported. As you inhale, start coming up, place the hands on the mat. You're going to walk the hands over to the front of the mat, turning the toes with you. Step back into a high plank, and we're going to go through a flow. Lower the knees, lower yourself all the way down, untuck the toes, inhale into cobra. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes, push up into table to down dog or straight to down dog. Whatever works best for you. Let's walk our heels a couple of times. You can do it with the breath or just allow it to happen as you breathe. You do it multiple times. Whatever works best. Opening up that back side of the body. On your next inhale, I want you to lift the right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, step that foot between the hands. Back foot is at a slight angle out towards the side of the mat. We're coming into warrior one. Bend that front knee, Above the ankle, inhale, lift the chest, arms up to the sky, relax the shoulders. Bring that left hip forward. You're going to feel a stretch on the side of the body here, or in the front of the body on the left side. Focusing on the breath. Release the hands down to the hips. We're going to step that left foot forward to meet the inner calf of the right leg. Moving into tree pose. And once you find your balance and your focal points, we're going to inhale the arms up, relax the shoulders, allow the hands to come out wide for your branches. And gently release down into mountain pose. On your next inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold to your half lift. Step back into a high plank. Lower the knees, then lower yourself down. Untuck and lift for baby cobra. Lower down, tuck the toes. You can do table to down dog or down dog or right up to down dog. Pull those shoulder blades back. Lift the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it between the hands. Turn those right toes out. Come up into your warrior one. Left knee is bent. Relax the shoulders. Release the hands to the hips. And this time we're going to step forward with that right foot to meet the left calf for tree pose. Inhale the arms up. Once you still have stability, relax the shoulders, open the hands wide. Remember, each side is going to be different. You may struggle on one side, but succeed on the other, and that's okay. Why we do these practices to rebalance our energy. And slowly release down into mountain pose. Very good. Back at the top of your mat, we're going to step the left foot straight back, and we're in high lunge for the legs. And I want you to turn on that back foot, open up into warrior two. Just doing a little balancing act here. Trust. Gotta trust our feet, right? Warrior two. Make sure the body is centered. Try not to pull back too far or come forward too far. Find that happy medium. Lift the right arm up as you inhale and lower the left arm down to reverse warrior. Then exhale, come down into side angle, right arm on right thigh, extending the left arm overhead. Inhale to reverse all the way up. Exhale down to side angle. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale up. We're going to straighten that right knee, and then we're going to come all the way down into triangle. The right arm down, left arm up. If you place the hand on the shin, don't push on it. Bend the knee a little bit so you're not hurting the joint. You can use a block here as well. If you look up towards the sky, it helps stretch out the neck, but be gentle. Inhale and rise. Bring the hands to the hips. Turn the right toes in, but then we're going to go over and twist the left toes out and go right into warrior two on the other side. Adjust accordingly. Set yourself up. Feel the pose in the body in the pose. Become hyper aware of every inch of your body. Trust me, when you do, the game changes. Inhale, left arm up, reverse warrior. Exhale down to side angle. Left arm on left thigh, extending right arm overhead. Inhale, reverse. Keep that knee straight, or keep that knee bent, sorry. Keep the knee bent over the ankle. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, reverse. Exhale to side angle. And reverse. Down to side angle. One more time up. Straighten the left knee this time. And then exhale, come down into triangle on the other side. Shin, ankle, maybe even the knee, depending on where you're at, all the way down to the mat, or a block. We'll do just fine. My neck is a little stiff on this side, so as you can see, I can't turn my head that direction very well, but still doing the motion helps relieve tension on the other side. So inhale, rise, bring the hands to the hips, turn the left toes back in, and let's go to a forward fold of your choice. Just allow yourself to fold down into wide forward folds, adjust the feet accordingly, really just get comfortable in the pose. On your next inhale, come up halfway. We're going to walk the hands to the front of the mat, turning your feet with you, step back into a high plank, lower the knees, and slowly lower yourself all the way down into baby cobra. Lower yourself down, tuck the toes, push up into table. And we're actually going to stop in table for a moment. We're going to do what's called supported side plank. Okay. So we're going to do right side down. You're going to kickstand that right leg out to the side of the mat. And I'll do it on this side. So you're going to kind of like create a kickstand, because then what you're going to do is you're going to come onto your right side, extend the left leg straight out, sole of the foot down, lifting the left arm up. So what we're doing is a supported side plank. Okay. So once you find it, we're going to hold here. Then I want you to reach the arm towards the head. Keep the head parallel with the body, right? Keep it in line. Bring the arm towards the head and then inhale back up. Exhale down, back up. And then begin to create the circle for the shoulder joint. It's a movement, go the opposite direction. Good. Coming back to center, we're going to lift the left leg off the mat. Flex the foot, help it out. Once you're stable, bend the knee, reach for the top of the foot, and then pull that heel towards the glute, keeping the leg parallel to the ground. We're doing a quad stretch, but we can also open up the shoulder a bit this way too. Good. Slowly let go of the foot, come down back into your tabletop. I'm going to turn around. You stay put in table. This time we're going to do the left side. So make that left foot that kickstand, send the right foot straight out. Inhale that right arm up. Find your stability. Rotate the right wrist one way, rotate the other. Good. And then inhale, reach the arm towards the head, and then back up, down, back up. Couple of fluid movements. Good. Now create the one's way of a circle with the arm, opening up the shoulder joint. Good. And then go in the opposite direction. Doesn't have to look pretty. Good. Coming back to center. We're going to lift that right leg up, flex the foot, and then bend the knee. Reach for the foot and lift, and then pull backwards. Opening up the shoulder and the quad. And slowly begin to release down into table, and then come down into child's pose. Let's give the knees and wrists a break. You can even lean on for a moment to the right arm, forearm, and rotate the left wrist if you need to stretch those muscles out. Make sure you go both directions. And then when you're all set, come down into child's pose. Lifting the head up, walk the hands towards the legs, sitting on the heels. And then however you get there, just come up to a standing. You tuck the toes, push yourself up. And I'm going to invite you to stand in the center of your mat. I want you to take one step forward with the right foot. Make sure the legs are parallel to the hips. Just take one giant step. So you're about 3 feet, 3.5 feet between the distance from the toes to the heel. But remember, parallel to hips. Now, push the left toes out a little bit towards the mat. Bring that left hip forward, excuse me. We're gonna inhale the arms up. And then as you exhale, you're gonna fold, hinging from the hips, go all the way down. Take your time, folding forward over the right leg. You can go for the thigh or calf or shin to hold on to, reaching for a block or down to the ground. Have a slight bend in this right knee, okay? Bring that left hip forward. Every time you exhale, just see if you can relax yourself more, deepening the breath, loosening the tight muscles. So we're in pyramid pose here. Try not to force it. Good. Wherever you are at, bring the hands to the hips and slowly rise. Set that right foot back to the left foot, back into mountain pose. Very good. We're gonna stay here for a few breaths. Just want you to feel the difference between the right side and the left side, if there is one. It may be subtle, it may be more noticeable. Either way, you're working through stuff, you're working stuff out of the body. All right, so let's move to the other side. So this time, again, feet hip width distance apart. Step that left foot forward, right toe slightly out. Bring that right hip forward. So you're really opening up the pelvis, the quad, the hip area. Inhale, arms up. Exhale and begin to fold forward. Please bend your knee while you're folding forward. And then once you reach your destination in pyramid pose, you can work through the hamstrings here as you breathe into the pose. All right, wherever you are at, I want you to step that right foot forward next to the left and come into your half lift. We're going to hold half lift here. We're going to give the hamstrings, we're still going to keep the legs straight as possible. Maybe not locked, but definitely straight. We want to give the hamstrings a little bit of a break for a moment, keeping that chest lifted, shoulders down and back, support of the belly, navel in and up. Just breathe through this for a moment, giving the hamstrings a chance to catch up with us here. And then I want you to heel toe the feet out to the edges of your mat, toes out, heels in, or As far as that, you can adjust maybe a little bit shorter, and you can also sit on the block. We're coming into a yogi squat. Elbows on the insides of the knees, hands in prayer in front of the heart. Chest lifted, shoulders down. And go ahead and release the hands, place them behind you so you can come down to a seated. And we're going to scooch the glutes back so we can extend the legs straight out. And I want you to bounce the knees a couple of times before we move into our forward fold. Inhale the arms up, relax the knees. Exhale, fold forward. If you need to bend them, please do. Be kind to your body, listen to what it wants and what it needs. Right now, my knees need to be bent because my lower spine hurts. So we're going to be very supportive here. Just wanted to stretch out the hamstrings a little bit more, and then I'm going to come up, place my hands on the shins, lean forward, but also chest lifted. Helps with the lower spine, keeping that curve alive. Make sure you flex the feet. You can get the full effect of the pose. And on your next inhale, begin to walk the hands up the body, coming back up, bend the knees. Come onto your backs, bring the knees with you. Wrap the arms around and give a nice hug, a nice squeeze to the knees. Yes, it rhymes. And we're going to release the legs so they can go straight up. So then we can kind of reset and bring the knees back down. We're going to come into happy baby. So the knees are on the outsides of the rib cage. Hands up, reach for the ankles, outside of the feet, inside of the feet, the heels, whatever you can reach for. Feet are parallel to the ceiling. You can stay stationary or rock side to side to massage the back, whatever works best for you. Remember, this practice is for you. You clear out toxins and stuff that you're holding into the body. If you're rocking side to side, go ahead and come back to center. Let's go ahead and release the feet. Again, reset. So stretch the legs out and then allow the knees to come back in, arms out to the sides, creating your T. Lower the knees to the left while you look to the right. Make sure your knees are in line with each other. A little bit deeper of a stretch. Really push the diaphragm. As you inhale, really expand it out. This way the body can release all the toxins in the body, things that no longer support the system. Bring the head back to center. Bring the knees back to center as you inhale and exhale. Just allow them to fall over to the right side. Line up the knees, turning the head to the left. It's okay if the shoulder comes off the ground. Bring the head back to center, knees to center. Wrap your arms around. Nice gentle squeeze. And extending the arms and legs out, coming into Shavasana, our final pose, resting pose for this class. Tuck the shoulder blades under, palms facing up. Your arms and legs can be out wherever you need them to be. Also, if you need a blanket or put your clothes back on, please do so now as you settle in. Take a really deep inhale as far as you can go. When you hit the top, pause. 3, 2, 1, and exhale, open mouth, releasing it all out. Universal sign that the body can relax and you feel muscles begin to just cause complete relaxation. And, release the tension in the eyebrows and the forehead. Relax the jaw. Close the eyes. Just tune out the external stimulators and give yourself this few minutes of peace and quiet. You're always more than welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. Please pause at this moment if you wish for that to happen. Otherwise, begin to wiggle the toes and the fingers to bring movement, slow movement. And then on your next inhale, bring the legs together, reach the arms overhead, full body stretch from the tips of the toes to the tips of the fingers, like you're waking up first thing in the morning. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring the knees in, wrap the arms around and squeeze, rock side to side. And then roll onto your right side, using your right arm as a pillow. And when you're ready, push yourself up to a seated position. Sitting tall, hands at heart center. And I just want to say namaste and thank you for joining me for this class today. I appreciate you as you should appreciate yourself. Namaste.